Hello, Cancer. This is for June 2021. Let's get right into your reading, Cancer. Archetypal forces. Chariot, Fool, Strength. This energy is divinely inspired, comes from the celestial sources, radiates down on both yin and yang for the month. Enough said? So, Chariot. I think that the archetypal influences are not about what's at the prow of this little ship that is this triangle, the prow, moving forward into the future. Chariot's fine in its position at the prow, but I think the important part is the Fool. And the feeling I got was that the Fool is in you, this part of you that is chomping at the bit to jump out there and has been for a while. Been waiting, been sitting there twiddling his thumbs, tapping his toe on the floor with a bit of impatience, but really a desire to break out. And June 2021 is the month to do it, according to this. So jumping out is fine, and lo and behold, waiting at the front door is the Chariot. So I think it's because the Fool has checked in with the Lovers, i.e. jumped over from 0 to number 6 and said, I'm ready. And therefore, waiting at the front door is the 7, which is like ready to rock, ready to turn something that has been gained and gleaned and absorbed and embraced into action. Good. Take action. And if you're the Fool in your heart and in your soul, and you've been looking forward to this moment when you could jump on the Chariot and ride. And by the way, Cancer rules the Chariot, so it's kind of a divinely inspired harmony, synchronicity. Yeah, right? Okay, join forces with the Fool and do another visualization leap to the point at which you'll attain the qualities and the attributes of the Strength card, where your whole effort is going to be towards taking this that goes in our brains and out in our hearts and in our souls and converting it into something practical that walks the walk. And talking the talk has been good up until now, but now it's time to walk the walk. And it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people than the Cancers. Let's talk yin. That's what's going on from up above, raining down and radiating down on us. And so it's raining down and radiating down on yin. Yin is now also, look at these cards: 9 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, no cups, right? So the implication is cups are your territory and you got it. You know what you're doing, and there's a confidence, a little nudge, saying, you got this. And so what is left? Well, how do you feel? How does one feel when they have just returned from some kind of a stressful, confrontational endeavor? It's very possible that, yin, there can be a time of kind of sitting there of sitting there looking kind of shell-shocked and dazed because you've just been through it. And if we go to an old saw of the Nine of Wands equaling the wounded warrior as a possibility, Chiron, then it's appropriate to have that shell-shocked moment, glazed expression, because you are restoring your forces and your energy and your power. Good. Want to have a friend while you do that? You got it. Page of Pentacles. And in this case, pages kind of morph between could be a young lad, could be a young lass, right? So in this case, since it's yin, take that same quality of the page and apply it to the yin side of the equation and partner up with that person that is sitting there with glazed eyes, that person within you, that part of you that needs restoration. Put your arm around their shoulders and say something like, there's a new path. Not one that you haven't been down before, but it's one that you'll see in a new way. You wanna go for a walk? And that'll bring perhaps that ice-breaking moment to the scenario where you break loose and you go onward, because you're not going to be able to sit in the juices of the Nine of Wands. Sure, you've been there and done that. Don't lose what you gained. Get into that position of being the wounded warrior. But now, be lighthearted as you apply it. And try and get that vision back into you that is interested in adventure and curious, right? And so that will be the time also to take some of that forward and leave some behind as a gesture to the gods, if you will. So you see in the Rider-Waite, the Seven of Swords, the person sneaking away with 5 swords and leaving 2 behind. Well, consider this. There is a tribe in Africa that part of their diet is honey. And the way they collect the honey is natural bees' nests that are in trees. And how do they find those? Well, there's a bird. There's a bird that leads whoever's out there going to gather the honey to the nest. And it's uncanny because these birds, it seems like there's some kind of a partnership that's beyond the norm and beyond the physical. And they lead the person to the tree. The person has brought along some elephant dung or something that they smoke the bees into being temporarily stunned so that they can reach in there and grab the honey. Now, that's not the important part, although it's an important part of the story. When they depart, loaded up with honey now that they went together, they leave a portion of the honeycomb up on a branch or someplace where the bird that led them there will have easy access to it. And these birds, not only, it's like a symbiotic relationship. You know, the bird gets the honey and doesn't have to fight through the bees to get to it. And the hunter gets the honey. And that kind of a relationship between our human selves and the world of nature is what's being acknowledged and honored. There's a ritual to it. Although it's a, simple, practical thing on the surface, it's ritualistic. And it is a giving back to the powers that help to make the way clearer, make the way easier. And that's what I think that attitude, Yin, is what you want to take forward in the Seven of Swords moment that you're having to accomplish your goals and tasks in June 2021. So you be the wounded warrior. Take the moment. Allow the Page of Pentacles to come in and talk you into a new adventure, and then go on that adventure, taking forward what you gained getting to be a wounded warrior and leaving behind the gift for the gods. Let's talk Yang. Yang, this is going to be easy. I mean, you got, this is so loaded with cups, and I mean, baby, this is the month. If you've been dragging your feet or hesitant to take a step forward, then this is the month. And, I think it's pretty cool that the Queen of Cups is looking over at the Yin. Is it possible that a Cancer Yang and a Cancer Yin can get together? In that case, even though it doesn't appear that that's what's on Yin's mind, relationships and stuff, the Yang can lead the charge. And if you look at this, Yang's full of cup energy, right? So that's a strong image. You got the Queen of Cups in mind. That's who your Yin partner wants to be. And you're viewing it as something stable, something that is got its own balance. And if I'm feeling correctly here, that is what all your work has been up until this far, up until this point, has been about achieving a balance in a relationship. You can have all kinds of relationships. Can all of them be balanced? Well, you know the answer as well as I do. And then sitting here is this huge opportunity. This Ace of Cups is the same Ace of Cups. It's the same cup. Both of them have lids on it because what's inside is sacred and what's inside is profound. Sacred and profound. And that is actually all I want to say about that. Just it's sitting here waiting at your doorstep, Yang, with such vigor. You're going to have very little to do to figure it out. Your problem or your task is to keep from there being too much thinking about it. Just follow your heart. And with that, I'm going to leave you for the month of June 2021. Until next time, I wish you well. Be well. Love you all. Bye for now.